Happy holidays, everybody, and welcome. The Financial Wisdom of Ebenezer Scrooge is actually a book by Ted Klontz and Brad Klontz. It was published about 20 years ago, but it's still relevant today. So it's based on the story A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, a classic. There have been so many movies and spin-offs made from this story, and it contains so much wisdom. So let's think about it in a financial context today. The story, as a reminder, recounts Ebenezer Scrooge, an elderly miser. He's visited by the ghost of his former business partner, Marley, and the spirits of Christmas past, present, and future. He's transformed by these visits, and he arises a kinder, gentler, and happier man on Christmas Day. So what lessons can we learn from Scrooge's transformation? Here are 5 that you can apply to your life and your money. Number 1, understanding money scripts. So the authors introduced this concept of money scripts. They are deep-seated beliefs about money, often formed during childhood. Now, we don't know what Scrooge's particular childhood was like, really. We kind of see that it was very lonely when we look at the story. But what we do know is that the attitudes and beliefs that he learned about money are very dark. It doesn't bring joy. It's not a happy thing. It's an attitude of hoarding and of lack and of fear. So those attitudes translate into his life and his decisions about what he does with his money. The way he treats his employee, Bob Cratchit, for example. These dark and fearful money stories lead the way, and Scrooge leads a very unhappy life. So after he is visited by the 3 spirits, his transformation illustrates how changing your beliefs about money, changing those money scripts into something healthier and more positive, can lead to not only healthier financial habits, but also improved life satisfaction. So understanding those money scripts, lesson number 1 from Scrooge. Lesson number 2, the importance of reflection. So Scrooge's journey through time with the 3 spirits serves as a metaphor for reflecting upon one's past financial decisions. For example, he's reminded of the heartbreak he experiences when his love interest, Belle, leaves him because she finds his miserly behavior getting in the way of their romantic relationship. Ouch. Sometimes maybe we don't realize how much our money stories and money behavior affect our relationships in other ways. So by reflecting on past behaviors and their consequences, we can identify healthy patterns, unhealthy patterns, and then be empowered to make informed changes for a better financial and personal future. So, importance of reflection, lesson number 2. Lesson number 3, balancing saving and enjoyment. Oh my goodness. So while saving is essential, it should not come at the expense of enjoying one's life. And this is something I talk about with my clients all the time. Putting it in the context of Scrooge, initially he's obsessed with hoarding wealth, but this leads him to missing out on meaningful life experiences. Back to that romantic relationship that he missed out on with Belle. So the lesson here is that a balanced approach to finances involves both saving for the future, but also investing in experiences in the present that can help you experience joy and fulfillment. Guys, having a sound financial plan doesn't mean that you just hoard a pile of money and you never use it. Money should be a means to an end, and having money should bring you enjoyment in your life. So, very important thing to remember, not just at Christmas time, but always. Lesson number 4, generosity as a path to fulfillment. Do you remember Scrooge's words at the beginning of the story when he's asked to contribute to a charitable cause? He asks if the poorhouses are still in operation. And the gentleman tells him, yes, they are, but many would rather die than go there. And Scrooge says, well, if they are going to die, they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population. This is a dark, dark view here. So what they're showing is that that lack of generosity not only doesn't help society and doesn't help your fellow person, but also just puts a cloud on your own personal life, your own story. It causes Scrooge to be so miserly that nobody wants to be around him. That stinks. So the act of giving, Scrooge learns, can lead to a more fulfilling existence, countering that isolation that sometimes accompanies excessive frugality. Nobody wants to be around you. That's not very fulfilling in life at all. So Scrooge learns that generosity not only benefits others, but also enriches his own life. And lesson number 5 from Mr. Scrooge. It might seem like a bit of a stretch, but stay with me here. Long-term financial planning. The scenes from the final Spirit of Christmas Future are pretty bleak for Scrooge. You remember them? He overhears the cackling of strangers who have stolen his possessions after he died. People who are happy that he is gone so that they can take bits of what he had while he was alive. Ugh. So this, in addition to all the things we've already discussed, this also can point out the importance of comprehensive financial planning, including estate planning, and preparing for unforeseen circumstances. Neglecting these aspects while he was alive led to chaos and regret after he was gone. So a little planning ahead could help prevent this very unpleasant experience. In conclusion, the overarching message here from the financial wisdom of Ebenezer Scrooge is that achieving financial success is not merely about accumulating a bunch of wealth, but it's about understanding your relationship to money and how that affects your relationship to other people, to your loved ones who are close to you, to your community at large, to the whole world. How your money stories affect everyone. By addressing underlying beliefs and striving for balance between saving and enjoyment and generosity, we actually have the ability to cultivate a more prosperous and fulfilling life. And hopefully we don't need ghosts on Christmas Eve to remind us of that. These 5 tips from Ebenezer Scrooge can serve as a helpful guide for anyone looking to improve their financial being. And it's all about reflection and conscious decision making, not only at the holidays, but beyond.